Good morning guys. Let my mic's on. Okay. Let's get my tunes on. That's the one. We're on. We're cooking on gas. Here we go. Right guys, we are on back for another live stream. Welcome to the stream. If you're watching on YouTube, like and subscribe. I am giving away something at 100 subscribers. Okay, it will be a instant funded account. So if you're on TikTok and you want to see what we are trading today, head over to YouTube, which is in the descriptions, and you can see the pairs, what we're trading. And hopefully we'll make some money. We made over $500 last week just from pushing a couple of buttons on stream. So over $500 last week. And we haven't actually caught anything this week so far because the market's just been a bit dodgy. So we'll go straight into a top-down analysis and then we will get amongst it. So, what I like to do, I always like to just flick onto the daily first and see what the dailies are done, and then that helps me decide which one do I start my top-down analysis on. Yeah. So if you can see, NAS is absolutely flying still. Gold had another bearish close and broke below this range. EU, we were expecting this drop. It was just trickling up and it was coming. So, let's have a quick look at it. Okay, so I think gold is the one today. Okay. So let's do a top down. We get rid of all of our lines and we start fresh. So, monthly candle. What's the monthly candle? There's 3 days left of the monthly candle. Right? And what that means is the monthly candle tends to start pulling back and we get a top wick, which we're doing now. So this monthly candle can end up doing anything. It could even flip if it wanted to. But is there enough time for it to flip? That's what we've got to say. But all in all, what we do know about the monthly is we're very bullish. We're very bullish and we can't really take anything from it really. So it doesn't really help the monthly. Now the weekly, we did finally have a weekly bearish close. Now we're trying to work out if we're going to get another weekly close, bearish close, or is this going to flip bullish? We don't actually know because anything can happen still. The thing with gold, you can get a bearish close and then the next candle just push back bullish. It doesn't mean much until we get some sort of structure. So what I mean by structure is do that and then we've got support level, whether we break out to the downside or we break out to the upside. That's what we're looking for. We're looking for some sort of structure on gold today. Sorry, not today, in the next couple of weeks. But at the moment, we haven't had anything like that. So, daily, this is where price starts giving us a bit more price action than what we can use. So, we know price had closed below this level, right? We know we broke out to the downside, right? And now we're getting a top wick. We've had a bottom wick, but we're now getting a top wick. So could we expect a fake out? So could this daily close like this today? And if it does, then tomorrow's fairly straightforward because all you'd need tomorrow is a bottom wick and then a flip to the upside and we'll be looking at buys all day. But the tricky thing what we've got is we haven't actually closed bullish yet. So the range we're actually in. These ranges are difficult because let's say this is maybe the next mana range. So we're technically in this range. Therefore, where should we be going? Well, we should be coming down to fill the bottom of the range because this daily had closed into that range. And if we're going to get that, what would we want to see on the daily? Well, we would want to see a top wick and then a flip to the downside. Carry on going, and then obviously you would have your top wick coming up, testing this high, and so on and so forth. Now, if that's going to happen, excuse me, I actually don't think it's going to happen. I think we're going to fake out to the upside because we've had such a big push to the downside. I think this could be maybe price reversing? And if it is going to reverse, do we just wait for the daily bullish close and then take the next daily? Or how steep is this daily going to be? That's the question today. How steep is this daily going to come? And if we think it could come all the way and test these levels, then yes, we can look at buys up. But if we don't, and let's say we think this is just the top wick tapping previous support and then the flip, then we're looking at sells. So today we could actually take anything because the daily can still flip to the downside, but also we could potentially get a fake out to the upside. So nice day today. Hopefully we can grab something on the lower time frame. Now if this daily is going to flip, where do you think it's going to flip from? Where do we think it's going to flip from? Well, what tends to happen, you tend to come and test the previous wick high, which is this one here. And look at that, which is here. And we're there or thereabouts, so could we start seeing a flip to the downside now? Well, let's have a look on the lower time frame, see what we're going to get. So the 6 hours are still below this level. Still respecting this level. We haven't closed yet. There's 15 minutes left to this 6 hour. The 4 has got no bottom wick, and the previous 4 is bearish. Previous 4 is bearish. Previous 4 is bearish. If we get a 4 close like this and I get a bottom wick, I'll take buys up to the next range, which is 4054. But could we see this 4 flip to the downside? Just not too sure. But no bottom wick on the 3. 2 broke out to the upside. We probably could have took that 2, but that was early this morning. And then the 1, again, no top wick on the 1. If we're going to reject, would we reject from these levels? If I come up and tap this, I might be interested in a wing back sell, but this hour has to tap it. Okay. If the hour closes above, we'll just get out. So what I'm looking at is, once we've only got this to go off, right? Once we came from these levels, we come up, we tap, we reject. Same as if we drive up. Let me zoom in. If we drive up, we still tap and we reject. So I think I'd be interested in a wing back sell at the moment because we've had such a pushing candle. And hopefully, if that 4 is going to flip, then yeah, that would be perfect. You've got no top wick on this one. You've got no bottom wick on this one. The only other little thing, yeah, I think I'd be interested in that, guys. So I'm looking at a wing back sell at the moment. It's got to happen within this hour, though. Got to happen within this hour. Wing back sells, and then hopefully this could just be the daily testing, maybe just breaking the high. Where would stops need to be? We need stops there. Could we see? I don't know if we could see. If the 4 hour closes above here, I'm just getting out because then we're on that. If the 4 hour closes respected, then we could be on this. So this 4 has to tap this wing back area. That's key. Yeah, so if this 4 comes and taps the wing back area, then I'm in. If the 4 closes bullish like this, then I'm not in. So it's not for me. If the 4 closes bullish and then I get a bottom wick, we're now into buys. Come on. So now we're probably looking at maybe this section back up. There was stops. So I'm just thinking, could we move stops closer? Maybe like that. We just need to see if we can reject from here. But I want to leave a little bit of space in case we just need to pop past this wick. So I can't really put stops beyond it. But yeah, that's what I'm after at the moment. But other than that, we've got nothing until the forward closes. All I know is this one's got no top wick and we've got no bottom wick. So it tells me that we're likely going to flip on this 1 hour. But if this 1 hour doesn't flip and closes bullish, the next one's likely going to come back down, even if price wants to drive up. Even if price wants to drive up. So yeah, that's what I've got on gold at the moment. I'm looking at a wing back sell from round 4020. You've got areas where you could reject from here as well, I suppose. On this one. And then the hour closes respective, but then the next hour comes up and taps. But we don't want that. On the off chance that this hour comes up, I'll take it. Yeah, you can't do anything there. So yeah, that's what I've got on gold, guys. Hi. Yeah, that's what we've got. Let's see. Other than that, we've got to wait 45 minutes for the 4 to close. Yeah. Have a look at NAS quickly. Oh my god, NAS is doing nothing. Look how bullish it is. Can't really touch NAS. Let's have a look at EU. So if we look at EU, we'll do a top down on EU. So the range we're in at the moment is this. This purple. Well, technically we're in this now. Could go further than that. It's the monthly though. Weekly. Yeah, I would probably say that's about right. It's a weekly range. We had a weekly bearish close on EU. Didn't have much of a top wick. Is this going to flip and drive to the downside? Now, the thing is on the weekly range is like that. That's the weekly range. And we had 3 candles rejected from this level. So is this going to be the one what drives through? If so, what's different to this one? Why didn't this one drive through? Well, we still haven't grabbed any more liquidity. This one hasn't created any liquidity as well, so I'm just not, might be wrong, but I'm not convinced at the moment that the weekly is going to drive down. About the lower time frames, we can still come and test this zone. Yes, it's not a problem, but I'm about breaking below here. So this weekly could easily come and test this level, but I'm just not sure you're going to be able to break below without grabbing some liquidity from the upside. Daily. The daily hasn't closed bearish yet. So it means the daily can flip to the upside and so can the weekly. The weekly can flip bullish, start pushing up bullish to come and tap previous support. But we've already had a steep bottom wick here. The daily at the moment can do anything. You can push back down to this level. and tap. Would I take a wing back buy? Potentially. 6 is bearish. The forward close, no top wick, no top wick, no top wick. I'm not convinced that this is. I think this is just a pullback. I think this is a pullback for the weekly to flip up. So if we can identify a zone we could pull back to. Or could we just buy stop above the 1? And if the daily does flip, sorry, above the daily. If the daily does flip, where are we pushing next? Well, we're pushing to at least this level, 1.1697. Or could we take a win back buy from 1.15944? I might be interested in wing back buys, guys, from 1.1593 off the daily. But where are we going to put before rejecting? That's the question. Doing this to fill the range. 0.16. Could also push to this level. Could we see a rejection here? That's the next zone. Could see a rejection from there. Stop space, don't lie. Yeah, I think I like that, guys. I think I'm gonna look at a win back buy. If we keep pushing like this, we tap. We should even reject. Every time we've come down to this level, right? If even if you've drawn, right? Let's say we got it wrong. Even when we're wrong, you still tap. This is a 2-hour time frame, and you still pull back to this before driving down. Yeah, so even if we're wrong, we should still reject from there. But if we look, tap, change the direction, tap, back up, tap for the drive down, change the direction. So yeah, I like that. here. Take more partial out. So if we look at this one here, where you come down, you tap, and you pull back, and it doesn't quite tap the take partial. What does that mean? That means we've got to adjust our take partial to there. So then they'll all do it. Be interested in the second entry as well, though. Like if we do pop straight through. The only thing what could catch us out is if the weekly is going to drive down. But I would think you still need a pullback. You would still need a pullback. So I like that, guys. Wing back buys. I'm going to have a wing back buy on 1.16145. Stops would only need to be here with a potential second entry at 1.16028. But we've got to do it without pulling back. So if we pull back now to like here, then this is a no-go because you've now got liquidity to drive through. But if we pop straight through now, we get a nice pop to this range, then I'm going to be in. I'm probably going to have a buy limit on. USD. 3, 4. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that so it is. Where are we at? So, we've got guys. I've got a buy limit. I've got a buy limit on 1.16145. Stop loss is 1.15964. It's gotta happen without us pulling back. Okay, without us coming back to these levels. So we don't want any bullish closures and start coming back up. We want price to keep on pushing down now. Okay. So I'm going to set the lead. See if we can activate. We've got a potential second entry here, 1.16, which you could also put on. Same lot size as the previous. If we do pop straight through, putting back buys. So let's get that one on as well. Buy limit. Buy. Okay. A full TP on this. Full TP's up here, guys, with the weekly. If the weekly's gonna flip, that's all it is. So we're looking at something like this. Wing back buy, stops. That's what I'm looking at. It's a 9 to 1. Yeah, that's what I've got going on. Okay, let's leave that. Get this on the notes. News before we put that on. If there's any news today, 30 minutes, high impact news on EU, PMI. We might have to see how numbers come out on that. We're quite far away, but I think if we see how numbers come out, and if it goes with our trade, then fantastic. We might get a pop down. So currently I'm holding mine on. We might get a nice pop down, and if numbers come out right, it'd be perfect for us. Okay, and all this is off. It's off the weekly flip. Okay, I know we closed bearish on the weekly, but still we've had 3 candles still respecting this level. So I'm expecting price to come back up. See what numbers come out like. Go back to gold. Let me just get these on my trade IDs, guys. Idea buy limit. So we've got a buy limit at 1.16145. Stop loss will be 1.15964. TP1 would be 1.16236, and TP2 will be 1.17426. Was that? We'll also have a potential second entry if we do hop straight through. And that'll be same lots size. Entry will be 1.16028. Stop loss will be the same. TP1 will be the same. It will all be the same. Okay, that's what we've got going on. Here we go. So we've got an entry here where price pops through. We should get a pullback to at least here. This is our take partial move to break even, and then hopefully that could be the pullback for the daily and the weekly to flip. I do feel we need to come back up. If we're going to miss the move, you technically could just have a buy stop above the daily, but what we could do is if we start getting closures above these levels, we'll look for entries anyway to come up to break the highs. Okay, so yeah, looking good. Let's go back to gold and see what's going on. because we've got a potential wing back sell on gold, which has to happen within this hour, within this hourly candle. It's got to happen. If it doesn't, we're going to delete. But yeah, we've got a potential wing back sell on gold. All we want is a nice little tap. It can tap, right? If it taps, it can still close bullish. So you get a tap. So let's say we've got activated here. Put yourself through the emotions of this, right? Think about it, right? You tap here, you get activated. You then close bullish there, right? You don't come back to take partial move to break even yet, but you close bullish. And then you've got to wait another hour to close bullish again, and you might be papping yourself. And then the next hour pulls back, taps, and then dries. We've just got to see whether that hour came down first, which I would imagine it did, but we can have a look. Let's have a look. Mark this upgrade. Go down the lower time frames. So where is the hour? So there's the new hour there. So yeah, we open up, we pop down, we tap, and then we reject to come up. We'll have to be on our toes. But if the hour closes bullish and doesn't tap, we're not getting it anywhere, because we're looking at buys at that point. All we need then is a forward close. We need a forward close, bullish, and then we need a bottom wick. You'd probably be looking at win back buys from here, which doesn't make sense because you could just sell down still. But yeah, we're probably looking at win back buys from here. I would like price to pull back to this level though, in order to take buys up. So yeah, that's what I've got. I'm only be risking about $250, 0.5% on this one. Something like that. I'll risk. Let's work that out actually. $40.19. .78. And then modify 4033. Delete 0.2 lot. Entry is 4019.78. Stop loss is 4033. Yeah. Okay, lovely. Plenty lot. See if we can get a nice pop up. I'm not sure we will, guys, because the way price is looking, just not sure. But if we do get a pop up, and nice, I'm just not sure we will. And then we're straight away as soon as the 4 closes, we're bullish. We're looking at buys. But I've got to act upon what I say. Got a football game today for the ladies. 4 o'clock kickoff at home. No, we got to be honest with you. Maybe Lancashire. Lancashire. So don't need that now. Oh. Logbook, guys. Quickly go over the logbook while we wait. We're doing really good on the logbook. Up 1% last month, and we're up 3% for the month of October. So we're doing really, really nice on the logbook. And all it's about is making sure we're profitable every month. Right? Imagine the confidence it gives you by being profitable every month. Okay? That's what it's about. Even if you're profitable by $50, if you're profitable every month, imagine the confidence it instills in you. You're just going to up your capital. So the $50 what you make each month is not $50 now. It's now, if you get a 100k account or 400k account, it's now going to be a lot more. So it's just about being profitable. Sometimes you'll have minus months. So last time I streamed, I've got the old logbook as well. I streamed for a year on YouTube. I only had one minus month, and that was a February. That was it. All the rest we were in profit. So yeah, you've just got to stay disciplined. And the thing about it is, last week we were up $500. I only took 3 trades, but in 2 days. We only caught a trade on Thursday and Friday. So it shows you don't need to catch a trade every day. You don't need to catch a trade every day. We get a pop up. Nice little pop. Probably going to happen on the 15th. I don't think it's going to happen. Okay, let's say this 4 is going to close like this, right? Where is the pullback going to go to? So this is previous support here, right? So normally what we would say, okay, we'd want to pull back to that and then buys up, right? That's what we would normally want. So do we wait for that, or you've got a nice big forward breakout there and then the pullback only came to this level? So could we maybe tap that? But it's a bit tricky with where do we think this pullback's going to go to? And I would personally like a pullback to at least here, even before I get buy stops on. I would like a pullback to at least there before getting buy stops on off the 6 or the 4. I'd really need to rule out the fake out on the 4. Because if this daily wants to flip to the downside, we could maybe get something like that. And this whole move, which is fake out to the upside to get loads of buys in. And all the liquidities then be below here, which is the range on the daily. Which is the range on the daily, isn't it? The daily's technically broke out, so you're down to here on the new daily range. Good morning, Lee. How you doing, mate? So yeah, if I can get a pullback to this, we might take a wing back buy, but I really don't like the fake out. So I think I would. Good morning, mate. How you doing?
Not too bad, thanks.
Andre, how are you doing, mate? I was like,
I do with the little ones, but I don't.
Are you working? Did you get that job?
Sorry, mate. Just had a spillage emergency here. I'll join later.
No worries, mate. Put your kids on there. Can't do anything with kids. So yeah, in regards to the pullback, I would really like a pullback. I'm not sure I would take a wing back buy though. I don't think I would take a wing back buy. Because if we're closing like this, the only time we've closed sort of like this, where we're bullish still, okay, but we're messing about, not really driving, right, was this area. If we look at this area here, we just trickle up. See how we just trickle up? 1 hour is no bottom wicks, no top wicks, we just trickle up. And we might get that all the way through that range, so therefore we're not going to pull back, are we? Working hard, mate, nearly time for home this time next week. Good man, get yourself home, Lee. Get yourself home. Make sure you're liking the live. Help with the algos. I changed all the I haven't been putting any tags in any of my videos or on any of the lives, and that's why I've been kept getting pushed out to people. But anyway, we sorted it now. No man, it's been quiet trading, but we've had some nice profit. So we're doing alright profit wise. We're up 3% so far this month. But it has been a bit quiet. I have got buy limits on EU. Okay, I have got buy limits on EU, guys. I've got a buy limit here with a potential second entry here. Stops are here. Take partial move to break even is here. But I'm hoping that this is the pullback for the daily to flip and the weekly to come and fill its range at 1.1742. So that's what I'm looking at. So I have got 2 buy limits on EU, and they're in the trade IDs, so you can get the details from the trade IDs. See how we get on with EU. They have currently got a wingback sell on gold at the moment. Swoop entry here, but this hour has to tap it. If this hour doesn't tap it, we just delete. And we delete because we're then looking at the buys because the 4's broke out. The only reason this wingback's still on is because the 4 hasn't closed yet. You've still got no bottom weight. Everything's to the downside still. 3 is still respecting this level. The 2 is the first one that broke out. And then we've had a nice big pushing candle. And if we look left, when we can get a pushing candle and still reject. Pushing candle. And 2, even if we're wrong, we should still pull back to them levels. So that's why we've got the wingback sell on, if it taps, but I'm not sure if it's going to tap, guys, to be honest with you. It's only 15 minutes left. It sort of does us a favour if it doesn't tap, because the new 4 is about to open. Once the new 4 opens, and if we close like this on the 4, I then need a pullback to here. If I can get a pullback with a new 4 to this level, I'll simply have buy stops above the 4 in order to come up. My next target then would be this. This is my next level. Yeah, 4055. But only after a pullback, and the reason why I want to rule out the fake out on the 4. Because the daily currently, the range the daily's in is between here and here. So it means this daily could flip to the downside at any point, and it can flip hard. Yeah. So I really want to rule out the fake outs. I'm not looking at wingback sells, but I need a pullback first. If price pushes up first and taps this, then probably no go for me. Probably no go for me. So yeah, that's what we've got. That is what we've got. Working hard, mate. At least you're getting the heat. Hey. Ooh. I got a little pop. Little pop, pop, pop. Are we going to get a pop up here? Not bad. We're close, guys. We're close. We're close to a trade. Come on, Ben. Welcome. currently waiting for a setup on gold. We've got 2 pendants on EU, guys. 2 pendants on EU. And the 4 is going to close in 10 minutes. John's smashing the market at the moment. It's just sent me a... Oh, we didn't get that jump nearly there. Got two 5-minute candles left, guys, so we're just waiting. Just waiting. Let's see if we can get a tap. We've been very bullish. Come on. Tap off for us. Are we going to get a pop? 5 minutes. This one can close with no top work, that'd be lovely. Such a pushing candle. That huge pushing candle. I haven't got a limit order on gold. Okay? I'm just going to be market executing and I watch price does it doing its thing. I'm going to get some glasses, me. Close to the screen. Get some glasses. Sometimes I come out and my eyes are a bit. Can we get a pullback? Look at that here. Ooh. 5. Stand by, guys, because I might just be getting in. The new 4 is going to open now. Ideally, if this can close with no top wick, this close with no top wick and the new 4 opens up, it's going to give it a top wick first, I would imagine. Especially if the 1 with the 15 close respect this level. 15's going to close in 2 minutes, guys. I want to see what this 15, how this 15 close. That doesn't matter. Does it actually matter? Probably not. We need a pullback. So I'm not in yet, right? I'm debating whether to wait for the new 15 to open up, break the highs, and then sell stop underneath. See how this new 4 opens. See, there's liquidity above here, see. So I'd imagine the new 4 opens up, gives a top wick first, and then, so if the new 4 opens up with no bottom wick, and I break this high, I can then potentially have a sell stop underneath the 4. So if the 4 comes back down, imagine, likely, we're going to be tapping this zone at least, I would imagine. But obviously I would like a pullback, buys up, after a pullback to here. Simo, what are we doing? How are we doing, geezer? Good to see you, mate. What's that? Hi. Hello, mate. What's happening? What's happening? We're just trading gold, mate. We're just trading gold. Currently, we've got some pending orders on EU. Okay, so here's the new 4 now. Can we get a top wick first? That's what I'm after. If we can get a top wick first and break this high here, I'll then have a sell stop underneath. Okay. If, let's say, price pulls back first, then we just delete this swing back. We're not interested, because at that point, the more pulls back, the more liquidity it's grabbing and more fuel in order to flip and drive up. Okay. So, can we pop up? Ideally, we want a little pop up first, break the highs, and then a pullback. Hell of a candle, that though. Hell of a pushing candle on the 4. Come on. Can we pop up? Nice little pop up. Break these highs. There'll be loads of liquidity above here. Loads of liquidity above here. Come on. We're close, guys. Have a quick look at EU. We're close for a trade. Oh, look at EU coming down now. Perfect. This is what we wanted. This is what we wanted. Yeah. No bottom wick. This would be. Still can pop and then flip bullet. See, the 4's just deciding where it's going to go first. The 4 doesn't know whether it needs to pull back first or whether it needs to break the high and grab that liquidity. I mean, it's got loads of liquidity now anyway, but you'd think if you come up to there, it's highly probable you're gonna break them highs. You might as well before you come down. But once you tap above here, loads of liquidity in order to drive back down. And I tell you what, if the daily is, which I don't think it's gonna, I think the daily is gonna fake out to the upside. But if the daily is gonna flip today, then we should technically get a big fake out on the 4 today, which could be really nice for us. And the range on the daily is down here, so we could really be in the money. That whole trade can easily bring in a month's worth of income. Okay, here we go. We're breaking the highs. Breaking the highs. Okay, so now I'm going to have a sell stop underneath 15. I'll have a sell stop underneath the 15, guys. That's a 15. Sell stop. Modify would be 4, 0, 3, 3, 5, 360. So if this 15 does flip now that we've broke the highs, I would imagine it pops down 4033 5 010. Probably go risk free around here. Yes, I've got a sell stop on this, guys. We are sell stoppage. I've got 0.5% risk on it. So if we look at the four's opened up, create a top wick, broke this high. Let's see if this 4 is going to flip to the downside. Do we need a pullback in order to keep on driving? We've had such a pushing candle. I would imagine we need one. And the pullback is the thing. The pullback can come at least here. Okay, which we're looking. If we do pull back to this, and I said that we need pullback needed to here, we could probably get buy stops above. If we come down to here as well, I'm not know whether I would take a wing back buy. I think if anything, I'd take a wing back buy from here and not here, just to rule out the fake out. That's it. Let's get rid of this now. Yeah. See what price does. We have sell stops on this, and this 15 flip. A target for this as well is probably down in these levels. This is the thing, or you can take 90% out and let the rest rock all the way down. If the daily does flip, you should be coming down to 3715 if it does flip. Maybe not in one daily candle though. It will take a few days to get down, but still, you could potentially get down to them levels. I did release you. I didn't realise you were in stocks and shares. This is Forex, this mate. I am into stocks though. I'm into stocks now. Good morning, Geff. How we doing, mate? Yeah, I'm into Forex, mate. I trade Forex. But I do have stocks. I've been collecting stocks now. Stacking up on my stock portfolio. But it's mainly Forex I trade. Gold, NAS, and Euro USD. I'm into crypto as well, obviously. Stack up. Stacking up. Are we going to flip? So if this 15 is going to flip, right? We could get a nice big drop on the 15 like this. Yeah. Nice big drop on the 15. And then around this level, we'll probably take some partial gold risk free. We'll definitely go risk free. Take some partial. Not in yet, guys. What's this 15 gonna do? If this 15 closes bullish, we might have to delete if we don't get activated. Yeah, might have to delete. But I can't take buys up now unless I get a pullback down to my zones. But price might just want to keep pushing and pushing and pushing. You've had such a pushing candle, there's definitely momentum there to carry on. But if price does pull back, then I can take buys up after the pullback. New 4, this is what we want really. The higher this 4 pushes, when it does flip, could flip really nicely for us. We know the 4 can come and tap this level before rejection. So if we just mark that up, let's see if we tap this and then reject. Let's see if we just tap that and then reject, flip to the downside. 15's there. If this 15 doesn't activate though, guys, I'm probably going to delete. Because at that point you're breaking out to the upside. You could potentially be driving. Or are you? What is this level? Let me mark this level up here. 2 15-minute candles here. Perfect. Look at that, we're still respecting this level here. So if we look at the 15, so respecting. Respecting. The highest where it taps is here. Oh, I think we should be good here. I think we're going to have to take partial here actually. Look how that's tapped. Partial multiplier, even this would just be take. Yeah. Okay, we're coming back down. Okay, is this the flip on the 15? There's 2 minutes left of this 15. Let's see what we're going to do. If this 15 closes bearish, it's closed bearish with the other 15s, and it's only done it 3 times ever. Right, but 100% of the time, when the 15 closes respecting this level, you push back to this level 100% of the time. Okay, but yes, probability is good in regards to its 100%, but it's only 100% of 3, which brings the probability down. Okay, why have I not been activated here? Okay, I'm activated, guys. I'm in for sells. We are in for sells on this. My stops are 4033. Take partial is 406. 4006. My full TP. Full TP can be down in these levels. But I'd definitely be taking more partial and more partial around here. So let's see how we get on. I would get out of this is if the 15 closes above this level, 4018, I'll look to get out. Okay, so if this 15 closes above there, I'll look to just close. No matter where price is, probably. Because if we look left, respecting every time we've closed above on the 15, which is not many, this is the thing, because we haven't got much data. But when you do close above, that's you pushing to the next range. I'm not saying he's not going to get a pullback still, he still might, but look. Back up, 15, back up. So, yeah, I'll probably just look to get out if the 15 closes above. If the 15 closes respecting, then it's telling me that we are respecting this zone. And we're going to get the pullback what we're after, which we're obviously trying to grab to come down. So, come on, the 15. That's what we've got going on. We're in. We are in, guys. We're in. Sells. I've only got 0.5% risk on this on a 50k account, so I'm only risking $250. That's it. And the thing with trading is when you're working out your risk and things like that, you've got to say, right, what am I willing to risk on this to see if I'm correct? What's the probability like? That's what's going to help you, the probability of the trade. If the probability is really high, you've worked everything out, then you might say, okay, well, I'm willing to risk $500 or $1,000, whatever. But if the probability is maybe 50-50, you might say, okay, if it does play out, it could be a really nice return. So what am I willing to risk to see if it does play out? Might be 0.5%. So I'm happy because we've closed bullish on the 4. We're technically bullish now, right? So this is a counter trend trade at the moment, but we know how price works. We know we probably need a pullback on the 4, but it is counter trend, so I'm happy to risk $250. If you look at the 4 now, 4's at its top wick, broke the high, grabbed the liquidity. Can we pull all the way back off this 4-hour candle? Let's see. We're currently up $20, $15 even. Let's see, we've got no top wick on this 15. I ideally wanted the top wick first. Nice top wick first. I pushed down. Tell you what, I'm due another brew. It's getting cold now, isn't it? Freezing. I come in here, I have to put my heating on. Straight away. Here we are. So we're nice and profit. We're up $25. Can we drive down? You do tend to come down with one 15-minute candle. Actually, it was two. Two 15-minute candles. You do tend to tap this zone. So I will be going risk-free and taking partial, and hopefully we'll avoid the top wick comes to here. Hopefully we'll avoid the top wick to tap us out at break even, and then hopefully we can carry on driving. We probably could bring stops closer now, to be fair. Now that we've grabbed the liquidity there, probably could move stops above that. Because if you break that, then likely that's the 4 pushing back bullish. And this, we were just wrong here. It's just a little fake out. We'll see. If the 15 closes above here, guys, I'm not going to manage risk. That's my managed risk. Yeah. Got 12 minutes. I'm going to go make a cup of tea. And I'll be back in a couple of minutes. If you're watching on TikTok, guys, and you want to see the charts, what I'm trading, yeah, head over to YouTube. It's in the descriptions. And watch me. I'm live on YouTube now. Right, I'll be back in a second, guys. I'm going to go make a cup of tea. Get this heating back on. Jesus Christ. Come on, the 15. So the 15's pushing up. If the 15 breaks above, guys, I'm just getting out. Right. And this whole idea is probably be scrapped. It just is what it is, and unfortunately that's what we do in trading. You don't. It's known when to cut your losses short and being able to hold your winners for longer. So all we do with trades, we try to identify the first sign of us being wrong. That's it. The earlier the better, because the earlier it's obviously less money we lose. So, and I think if this 15 closes above here, I think that would be enough for me to get out. Yes, we might still get the pullback, but I just don't know how. It means the probability of this top wick of the 4 first being quite high, it could stop us out. So I'd rather just not take the risk and wait for the pullback on the 4, and then I'd rather take buys above. Yeah, but until this 15 breaks above here, still valid. Still valid. Yeah. If you're on YouTube, guys, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Like the stream for me. That'll really help the algorithm. It's a brand new channel. Okay, so I used to work for a company called Relentless. I used to trade for them. I was their educator. Now I've started my own brand, own channel. So all brand. TikTok's all brand new. YouTube's all brand new. That's why there's not much subscribers on there. So yeah, I'm organically growing it. I'm not one of these people who likes to buy subscribers to look like I'm popular out like that. You'll just get full honesty from me. Yeah. So I am giving away a bit of an incentive. I am giving away an instant funded account at 100 subscribers to one of them subscribers. Okay, so make sure you subscribe to the channel, like the stream. That'll be a great help. And then keep joining me, guys. If you're brand new to trading, or you know the basics and you're getting into it, just jump on these streams. I get asked all the time. So I do private sessions, right? But I only have 4 on at one time. Okay, I only take 4 people on at once until they're done with sessions. I do private sessions, but I get asked all the time, like, and that's what people. Obviously, I charge, but you can do it for free. You can do it for free. You just need the basics. You need a basics course, right? Do a basics course, which you can get for free, and then just jump on these streams for 3 months. That is it. That's all you need. Jump on these streams for 3 months, and I guarantee at the end of the 3 months, you'll be able to identify your own setups based on your own trades, and you'll find you'll be fairly decent at it. That's all you need to do. That's how you do it the free way. If you do want more from me and you want my trade ideas, things like that, you can go into the school community, which is the links in the descriptions. Currently got a 50% off at the minute. Did you realise you were in the stocks? Yeah. So we're currently 50% off at the moment, so it's $50 a month for this month. What we'll do is I'll show you the last time I was on YouTube for Relentless. I streamed on YouTube for a year. I'll show you the logbook of that. Okay, let me get the logbook up. Let's find it. Where the hell is it? There we go. So this is the last time I streamed on YouTube, and all the links are still there, right? Also, every trade on here has its own YouTube link, so you can clearly see nothing comes on this logbook without being tracked or taken on YouTube, and it has its own link. And obviously, I show my MT4. So this was based off a 100k account though. Last time, we only had one minus month in February. That was it. Okay. And I've only streamed on YouTube. This was the first time I streamed on YouTube. I've always done it in-house for companies. So I've never really done it in front of people, the public, who's not paying to be part of the community, basically. So this was the first time. So as you can see, we had a fantastic year. And these are realistic numbers on a 100k account. Yeah. So that, and again, every trade has its own YouTube link. Yeah, so that was last time I traded on YouTube. And there's people who came and started with us and they followed. If you took every trade on a 100k account, no matter what prop firm you were on, these are the numbers you would have come out with at the end of the month. So not too bad. As you can see, January we were just shy of 5k. February was our only minus month, down 2.5k. March 5k. April we took a couple of losses in April and we were only up just shy of $500. And then May 4.5 grand. June 1,700 grand. 1,700. July 2,900, August 3,300, September 2,300, October 3,500, November 6,000, just over 6,000, best month I think we had. December 1,100. So that was the last time we traded on stream. This time I'm doing it all based off 50k accounts, staying within the prop firm rules. So you can get a prop firm. If you take every trade with us on a 50k account, these are the numbers you'll be looking at. So September we made just 1%, which was $500. Yeah. October we're up 3% so far, so we're up 1,500 quid so far. Obviously this can still change. We've still got 2 days left. And then let's see how we get on by the end of the month. November, December. Let's go through the month and see where we're at the end. Again, October. Every trade is tracked and has its own YouTube link. Okay. And we are trading slightly different to what I did on the previous year. My stops are tighter. I take more swoop entries, so you get more more losses if you like. But losses are part of it. You've got to understand losses are part of it. So what's this 15 doing here? I don't like how it's closed bullish, not broke above. We're still respecting this level now. Still respecting this level, but what's the 30? Don't know. Okay, this is 30. 30 closed bullish. Still bullish on the 30. Ranges here. Don't like the 30. Okay, can we see a nice drop now? Still around the break-even mark, guys. My risk. So every time we put a trade on, we go, okay, what's our risk management? What is the earliest sign of us being wrong? And for me, if the 15 closes above that level, I'm just wrong. I'm looking to cut my losses and get out. That's it. Let me just quickly have a look at EU. Oh, nearly there. We are nearly there on EU. Look at that. Is this where we're going to have the pullback here? It'd be nice if we can get a... Did we break a low? We didn't actually break the low. But this is an OB, this. This is an OB area. Nice OB area, and then you can go down to 15 or 5s. Add a break. Need another break. Nearly, guys, nearly. It'll be interesting to see how this one closes. I tell you what, if this one closes like this, this is probably the pullback. It's missed us. Naz is still being a bitch. I'm divorcing Naz at the moment. She is being a proper bitch. I think what we have a love-hate relationship. What are you gonna do, 15? aggressively, are we? That's what I'm a bit worried about. Oh, messed about, aren't we? Oh, it's breaking out now. The way that 15 closed, I didn't like the look of it. Because if we were going to pull back, imagine this one being the one. But we did say what we're going to wait for. If the 15 closes above here, I'm not going to get out. Just as long as it doesn't fly through and stop me out. The thing is with this now though is, even if you break above here, you would then get out of this trade because you could come up to hit stops, but you could still come up to hit stops and then do this pullback, and then you're looking at buys up. So, but I can't take buys up unless I get this pullback. This is the tricky thing, and we are counter trend. We are counter trend at the moment, so it's all on these 15s really, guys. It's 15, what this 15 is going to do. We are depending on EU. These. Come on, the 15. Can we drop? Fake out. Nice big drop here. 2 minutes left of the 15-minute candle. Thanks for watching on TikTok, guys. I don't know who stayed on for quite. I know you can't. I can't show the screen, you see, because TikTok doesn't allow it. So this is more just getting people's faces to say, look, I'm over on YouTube streaming live. If you want to watch, you make some money or lose some money, depending on the trade. So yeah, I appreciate you staying on. Was it biscuits? Oh, I do like biscuits. I tell you what I love lately. I like a cup of tea and hobnob biscuits. Especially when it's winter and it's pissing down outside. Hobnob biscuits. What's your favourite biscuits? Biscuit? Who else is on? I don't know who it is, but thanks anyway. Looking forward to the weekend. I'm going to Turkey next week. Turkey. The perks of living in Wales is the internet. Absolutely dreadful. We don't have full fibre, you see, because I live in a cave. So we don't have full fibre. But the internet's just the amount of time I've nearly launched my computer. I'll tell you what, I do miss my naked sunbathing already. In the summer, I get my backyard, got like fake grass down, nice little sunbathing area, TV on the wall in the garden, and I just, nobody can see in the garden, so I just do a bit of loads of baby oil, start sizzling in the sun. I do miss that already. But should still be hot and turkey, shouldn't it? This time of the year. Gotta be still plus 20. Where is the famous John Mears? He is normally on. So this 15's really struggling to break the highs here. There's still 2 5-minute candles left. One of them is about to close. So can the last 5-minute close bearish? If this 15 can close doji or bearish, then we should be good. That would probably be the sign of, yes, the 4's going to pull back first. So it's all on this 15 really, which is it's got one more 5-minute candle in 4, 3, 2, 1. What is this new 5 gonna do? Let's have a look on the 5. Oh, lovely 5 close. That's a lovely 5 close, guys. Test the highs again. Can this 5 get a nice pop down? Breaking all the lows. It's a good sign. We even need doji or bearish. I would imagine though, this 5 ends up doing something like that. It's all on the 15, guys. It's all on the 15. Foreign trading. The thing with trading, it is literally 90% waiting. This is why I do it on stream. Like, I don't have to stream online. I don't have to trade in front of people. I could just do it myself. But I'm fucking bored. And do you know what it is with me? I get distracted. So I'll be trading, and then on my other monitor, I'll be doing work. I'll be doing other stuff. But then it distracts me from the charts. So what I find is when I'm streaming, I'm just all in on the charts, you see. My full focus is on the charts, and I trade better, to be fair. So whether people get on, it didn't really make a difference for me. It was just a case of if new people get on, I get to chat to new people. Because you're waiting ages. We've waited 4 hours for a trade one time, and we've got 10 pips. So it's nice to meet new people. It's nice to have a chat. If you're part of my community, you can come into the school chat bit, so people can come and actually talk to me. Nobody's on this morning though. But yeah, you can do that as well. But yeah, I just like the trading with companies much better, especially with the stuff we talk about on stream is mental. Conspiracy theories and all sorts, politics, a lot. Probably piss a lot of people off, to be fair. It's all on this 15, guys. We need a doji or a bearish close. That's it. We're really struggling to push on at the moment. Tell you what might be interesting though. Another sell stop underneath the 4. If 4 flips back down to the downside, it's really probable that you're going to be tapping at least 4006. 30 did close bullish. The 30 I didn't like. I don't like how that's closed. The 15 at the moment. If the 15 closed above, I'm just getting out, guys. I'm just getting out. I might have another sell stop underneath the 4, but I don't know whether I would do that. One minute 30. Let's have a look at this 5 actually. What's this 5 gonna do? So we need this 5 to pull back. You've not broke any lows, so if you look on the 5, I just can't see it's driving up because This is the only pullback we had. So why didn't this one carry on? We didn't break any low. I think we're going to need to break a low. But saying that, we might need to break a high before coming down, because why didn't this one carry on to the downside? On the 5, pullback. The 15 looks like it's breaking out to the upside. 30 seconds. Another hour. Let me just have a look at this hour. See, there's no zones for the hour. The next zone's here. 4023. Top weight. So the 15's broke out now, guys. I'm looking to manage risk, I think. What am I gonna do? If this 15 gives us a, this 15 gives us a bottom wick. Once this 15 flips bearish, I'm gonna move my stop to the high of the 15. That's if this doesn't drive. It might drive. Look at that 5. No bottom wick on the 5, no top wick on the 5. We didn't break any lows. Why are we doing this? Is this just a liquidity, more liquidity in order to come down? I don't like how the 15s closed above. Really don't like that. What I'll do is, if the 15 can give us a bottom wick, we move stops to the high of this 15. See what happens. See if this 15 is going to flip. See if we get something like this. Well, grab liquidity now. If we don't drop from there now that we've grabbed more liquidity, because you create liquidity, if we don't drop from here, then we're just wrong. We're likely going to come back up. So let's see if this can pull back. Give us a bottom wick. If it gives us a bottom wick, I'm going to move my stops to the high of that 15. If we break that 15 again, then it's done. But we took risk off the table. Would be the 5. We'd probably use the 5 actually. So if the, good morning, who's that? Really is the golden goose. Right. How are you doing, mate?
Not too bad.
Good, good, good.
It's a nice trade on the NAS. All those things.
Oh, you got a trade on NAS?
This morning. No, I missed one.
Ah.
It'll be a nice little trade on NAS at 8 o'clock this morning. But
yeah.
Well,
we're in a gold trade now, but we're looking to manage risk because the 15's closed above. It's counter trend trade. I'm looking for a pullback on the 4. Because other than that, I've got nothing on unless the 4 pulls back. If the 4 pulls back to these levels, then I'm interested in buys, but I haven't done it yet.
Yeah.
So, but at the minute, the 15's closed above, so we're in managing risk mode at the moment. And if this 5 closes like this and gives us a bottom wick, we're going to move stops to the high of the 5. So if we are going to fake, I'm hoping this is the liquidity grab in order to push down. Not one of these have broke a high or a low.
Well, I'm praying for you.
Thank you. Thank you. Only low risk though.
My thoughts are with you.
Currently down $158 moment.
Oh, mate, I'm hoping that between now and Friday I'll actually be able to make up $1,000. That's what I'm hoping. Yeah. But we'll see.
Tell you what,
right, I'll be back while that's happening. I'm gonna go and get a cup of tea. We'll be back in a minute, right?
Go to that, guys. I might actually, if we push up to this, I might even take an entry. If the 5s do push up to this. Ooh, do you know what? Yeah. If this 5 comes and taps this level, 4027, this 5, I'm going to get another entry on, believe it or not. Same lot size though. So same lot size. So this is 0.5% risk. 1 minute left here. Oh, come on. Can't we get a tap up to that? Let's go on there. We can maybe get out on the sweet spot. I think we're there, aren't we? Oh. Right, guys, I'm going to have another entry on here. We're there. It's a 5 now. Okay, I'm in for another sell here, guys. I'm going to have same lot, same stop, but now we're managing risk. We're managing risk, so all we need now is a pullback to a certain zone to get out. Yeah. So all we need, the sweet spot between here and here will be around about there. I would imagine that would be break even on both trades. So if we can pull back to that, fantastic. I'll close both full, and if the 5 closes back below these levels, then we'll look to re-enter the sells. But at the moment, the 15's broke out. Oh shit, 15's broke out. This is what I was worried about. If the 15 breaks out to the upside, you could easily come up and hit stops. But let's see if we can pull back here. Calm your tits, 15. Calm your tits. Come on. Is that the sweet spot? So what I mean by a sweet spot, this is a great way to get out of trades. So you're 0.5% risk on this one. About $200. And this one is about, well, there's 50% of that. You're using the same lot. So you're about just over a quarter. So that'll be, what's a quarter of 0.5? That'll be maybe 1.8. Be like 0.2, if that. So it won't be much at all, really. What we're looking for is if we measure this, so let's say we entered here, price pulls back to this level, that'll be up 50 pips, but then we'd still be down 60 pips there, so we need to adjust this maybe to there. So this would be the sweet spot where we can get out of both trades at break even. Yeah, that's all we need is a pullback for that, and then we should be good. Yeah, but that's what I've got going on. The 15, yes, I could have just closed out the 15. Once the 15 closed back above, we could have just got out because we knew this could happen, but I didn't. Let's see. It's the 4. I mean, look at the 4. So the 4 hasn't given you much of a. You've had such a pushing candle on the 4. And you haven't had much of a bottom wick at all. So you would imagine you need a bottom wick at some point. And the bottom wick normally comes to this. Feet. Yeah.
Fucking way this is.
I know, mate, I know. So, like I say, it is counter trend. Let's see if we can pull back on the 5. Come on, calm down, 15.
I'll be potentially more interested in
well, I wanted the buys really, but I couldn't take the buys unless I got a pullback on the 4.
Well, I was just about to say a breakout to the upside and a pullback on this closing hour.
Yeah, I don't.
I'd probably be potentially looking at.
See,
when this one closes, wait for a pullback and then put a buy stop as well.
Yeah, see, I wouldn't because I'd still want this pullback. And you think this is a 4-hour candle? It's still got another 3 hours left. You could easily pull back and create a steeper bottom wick and then still flip. You've got enough time.
True.
So
you do a bottom wick on the daily.
You do have a bottom wick on the daily. Look at the pushing candle on the daily. I do think we're going to fake out. Tomorrow should be fairly straightforward if the daily closes like this. Bottom wick and then a flip. It's just a case of how high is this daily going to close.
But I have to admit, I will agree that it has there's been big pushes, isn't it?
I need to have a look at news for EU. What
But the thing is, as well, also at the same time, you know what gold's like as well. Gold doesn't necessarily need, like, or not necessarily need, like, huge wicks to push, does it? It just fucking rockets.
Yeah. Let's see what this does. Let me just check EU because, oh look. So EU, we've got wingback buys on EU, right? And numbers have came out positive. The euro, look what's happened, big bump. So it's missed our wingback. I mean, look at that for a wingback.
Oh, can you show your screen?
Oh, sorry. That would have been perfect. Oh, it won't let me. Why won't it let me? Won't let me? Why is it doing that? Won't let me do it, guys. Can you watch on YouTube or not?
I should be able to, yeah.
Let's see, we know you delete these. This has missed us by 4 pips. Delete missed us by 4 pips. A little shit bag.
Oh, I mean, to be fair, there's only like a sort of a second delay
Is there?
on it. Yeah.
So I'm deleting my buy stops on EU, guys. I'm deleting my buy stops. Okay, can we pop back? We had a 5 doji candle close. So once we hit this, so we're in risk management mode now because the 15 closed above. So we're just looking at price coming down to our sweet spot, which is around there. Which, if we close both full, there we should be break even on both trades. Okay, and this is a great way to get out of trades. Let me change this. But obviously, I know it's scary because you're in on a trade, and you don't want to take another sell when price is going against you. But in order to become a trader, you've got to be fearless. Yeah, you've got to just act upon the markets. We should get a pullback at some point. Yeah, and when you're using the same lot,
out on that blue mark.
Yeah, around here I'm looking to close both. And if the 5 or the 15, if the 15 closes back below this level, I even look to re-enter. Because you tend to come and tap these levels. So as long as we don't tap this, I might look to re-enter. But 15's got no bottom wick at the minute. So you could easily get with a new 15. You could easily get that. Easily. You should definitely get bottom wick first, even if it wants to flip to the upside. You should still get.
That's kind of what I'm looking for, because then I can put a buy stop above.
Yeah.
That's what I think I'll be after.
So let's see what this 15 does. If this 5 closes like this, this is also the 15 closing. Can the new 15 then hop back and then flip? And obviously we look to get out at that point. But if the 15 does break out back in, then I'll look for a sell. Believe it or not, which is still counter trend. Oh, look at this 5 now. Oh, that EU would have been lovely, John. Missed us by 4 pips.
Just show me the EU trade.
So EU, this way I don't know EU. I've just got to keep an eye on this. But so we had a wing back buy. We had 2 wing back buys. One from here.
Yeah.
And one from here with stops here.
Ah,
And the target for it,
Reflect.
the target for it is literally 1.17426. So we would have been looking
Fucking
at.
up there.
You'd be up 33 pips already. We're looking at that 7 to 1. Been lovely. Okay, I've got to go back to gold here because we're now around the break even. Okay, so if you look now, guys, on price, if you look at price, if you look at my balance, we're still minus $50 something. Not quite there yet. The new 15 is going to open up shortly in 20 seconds. So with the 15 closing like this with no bottom wick, I might actually wait if I tap this and close, and you should have some profit. It's completely up to yourself, really. I'm going to be closing at break even, more likely. Hopefully we'll get a nice pop down with the new 5. It's a lovely 5 close, that. Okay, here's the 15 now, which is also the hour. The hour's broke out again, so we definitely need to get on with this.
That is the hour close, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, what are your thoughts on a pullback and then a buy stop above? Because this like area seems quite clean, like as if it looks like it's clean to just go straight up.
It does, but I need a pullback on the 4. That's what I would want. The 4 can still give you the pullback.
Yeah, I think it's like where I'm thinking of it pulling back to is where you're saying, oh yeah, I want to pull back. Do you know what I mean?
And if you think about it,
pull back at least 50% of the candle.
Yeah, and if you think about it, if let's say you were here, right, and you were like, right, we need to pull back, but how can we create liquidity before we pull back? Well, let's break out to the upside and let's close back in. This will entice loads of buyers in, right? Liquidity below here, and then we pull back, fake out back into the area, and that's the 4 bottom wick. Do you know what I mean? That's what I would do. That's what I'd be looking to do. I'm not saying it's going to do that. I'm just saying that's what I would probably do, because we were here earlier and I was like, well, we've had no liquidity from the downside, so I'm not sure we can drive. And we've had no liquidity from the upside, so I'm not sure we can drive down. So we either need to break out one way and then push the opposite, or we need to come down to then push the opposite. Do you know what I mean? But we've now broke out to the upside. So is this now to come the opposite way? This is it. It might not be.
I'll tell you what, mate, something else as well is last night because I had a look at the charts before I went to bed. I was so tempted to place a buy on the daily because it hadn't flipped yet. It had come down first, and I was like, I can see this flipping.
Yeah.
But I didn't place it purely because the daily had broke out.
Right.
It's just like, well, I probably shouldn't really, but I think I made the right decision not to.
Yeah.
It makes sense to not let it if it's broken out.
Well, this is what I'm going to do, guys.
Like it would come up, wick me in, and then just tank again.
Yeah, I'm going to move stops to the high. If we break this again, we're going to be hitting stops, so we're not bothered. So my stops are getting moved to the high. So I've now brought one trade down to $200, and then the other trade is $50. So I've now lowered my risk to 0.25. Okay, so it's like having one trade. Okay, we're not at break even yet, but the 15's open. Can the 15 give us a bottom wick here? That's what I'm after. Can the 15 give us a bottom wick? 12 minutes left of this 15, so this 15 can still flip to the upside at any point. Right? Oh, not there. Come on, the 5. The 3. No bottom wick on the 1. This is just our sweet spot. This is not a zone or nothing, it's just our sweet spot. So we're looking for areas around here. Where do we think price is going to push to? And the prominent area for me is probably the no bottom wick on the 15. So if I can get that no bottom wick area, if we act upon what we see, we probably need to take that no bottom wick before flipping. Let's have a look. Let's have a look.
I don't know if this is adequate enough to pull back.
Yeah.
Probably not, is it really? Not quite just yet. I don't know.
Well, it's tapping previous supports here on the lower time frame, but not on the hours, is it? What's the hours like? See, there's no support on the hours. So where you tap? Where do you need to tap? You probably need to tap this level, which is the 15 and 30 for a pullback. What's this 5 closing here?
Well, I will admit, it does look like it's almost closed in an hourly range.
There we go.
Pete, just do me a favour, just jump onto the hourly time frame and just have a look and see if it's closed in an hourly range for me.
Yeah, it's brought back into a range. It's broken this range. So technically you're free up to these levels, 4049.
So it has broke out.
Yeah. Oh, it's broke out, mate. It's broke out. What is this 5 doing here? Can we take this bottom wick on the 15 or what? Are we going to take this bottom wick? Okay, this is what I'm going to do, guys. There's a 5-minute candle. I'm going to move my stops to the high of this 5. Yeah. My stop loss is now the high of the 5. There's the 15-minute area being tapped now, or nearly. And what would like up $25? Up $25. I tell you what, I'm going to. If we took this area, if we take this area, I'm probably going to close, aren't we? For 15 to close. Come on, come on.
The only thing is, like you say, like the 4 hours had such a push. The new 4 hour could, like you say, it could technically just tank, couldn't it?
Yeah, look at this now. Look at this. So we're up $100, guys. I am actually going to take that. I'm out for $100 profit. $109. I'm out. And the reason I'm out, not holding, is because our risk management, the 15 closed above, and that was our get out. If the 15 closes back below, we might look to re-enter. So I would class $100 as a win. What do you say, John?
$100, isn't it?
I'd definitely say that's a win. So that's another win for the stream. Properties, and I'm going to explain this now. So 24 wins, 3 break-evens, and 5 losses. We're doing pretty good. So guys, do you all understand how this trade's happened? Right, we had a potential wing-back sell on the forward here, which we didn't take. We wanted a flip on the 15. We got activated on that, but in around this area, we got in. We then realised that price was struggling and it needed to break out one way in order to push the other. We've now broke out to the upside. We then put another entry on in around these areas because certain time frames were closing, so we're expecting a pullback. And what happens is when we put another entry on, we put the same lot size on as the previous trade. So we were 0.5% risk on this, and then this one would have been about 0.2% same risk, so still fairly low. We entered on the second trade and we identified a sweet spot where we needed to be if we wanted to get out. The 15 closed above, that was our risk management, so we were getting out around that area. But then we realized that the 15, the previous 15, had no bottom wick, which is here, and we probably need to tap that even if we want to flip and drive to the upside. So we let price push to that area even though it came past our sweet spot, and we were up $100 and we made $109. But I understand it's quite scary putting a trade on here and then you go deep into drawdown and putting another one on because you're thinking price is just driving and driving. But this is where you've got to take the emotions out. You can't be scared, right? You've got to be fearless. Once we put that second trade on, we're just acting on what price does. We should get a pullback, and that's what we've got on. And it's played out lovely for us today. Difficult, but really good for educational purposes. Fantastic. So yeah, lovely. So what did we grab then, profit-wise? Because pips-wise, so we must have grabbed. That was the sweet spot. So we grabbed 43 pips. 43 pips. 3 pips.
Well, I'm an iron about this breakout trade just purely because of the 4 hour. Like, I know, like, we've had a bottom wick on the daily, but do you know what I mean? Like, I've just seen it before, where you have a massive push on the 4 hour, and then it tickles your entry and it just tanks.
Well, let's have a look. We'll get rid of this, right? Let me just do my stops and that one. My stops on this 75. 75 stops.
You're saying that, but it's 4 hours after breakouts. No, no.
So we've got this. Let's just have another look here. These. Got 3 pips on gold. Right, let's get rid of this. Let's get rid of this. Should we do a whole new top down, John?
Yeah, go on then.
Let's do a whole new top down, guys. So we'll get rid of everything. And sometimes when you start getting a bit confused and that, just reset your charts and just do a full top down again. Okay, so right, this is what I've got. This is just my opinion, remember? Which you know I work anyway, you know it's always just my opinion. I'll never tell you what to do. Okay, so the monthly doesn't really help. The monthly's got 3 days left of it, so this monthly can still do anything. Okay, very, very bullish. We then had a weekly close, but we also know that you can get a weekly close and still push bullish. So it doesn't really mean much, right? But on the difference with this weekly is we've opened up and pushed down, and there's 3 days left. What day are we on today? Wednesday. 3 days left. So yeah, this weekly can still do anything. It can push further down, it can flip bullish, whatever, it can still do anything. The daily is a different story because the daily is probably the highest time frame what gives us some structure and price action. So if you remember the other day, I said, right, okay, this is our daily range. This is our daily range here, right? So if we mark this up as the extremities, and then where's the next range to the downside? Well, it's tough. It's tough down here because you've only got little support and resistance levels, but I would probably say in and around this level at 3714. Now, what range is the daily? And not the daily what we're moving now, the previous daily. The daily is currently between here and here. Okay, there's the daily close there. So technically, we should still be pushing down if we act upon what we see. Pushing down, and this is why I was thinking the 4 might flip to the downside if it was going to fake out, but it didn't in the end. So, but also we broke out to the downside. We've had such a drop with no pullbacks. I can probably see us getting a daily bullish close today and a fake out back to the upside, which that'll make it pretty easy tomorrow, because all we would want tomorrow is a bottom wick and then a flip to the upside. Okay, but we haven't had that yet. So currently this daily can do anything. The next range on the daily where this could probably push to is here. It's here. So this daily could come as high as 4043. Now I would be reluctant to take any buys above that level because the daily needs to close, and I'm not sure the daily will drive beyond that today. Tomorrow, yes, we can take buys, but I'm just not sure whether the daily can drive above that and keep pushing. You might get a wick above like this one, but if we act upon what we see, I can see us probably getting a rejection from around there. So then,
this is kind of the answer that I want, really, to be fair, because it kind of justifies my thinking.
Yeah. And then the 6 hours close heavily bullish. There's no top wick on the 6, but with the 6 it doesn't really matter because the 6s can just do that. Okay. The only times we've closed like this on the 6, like this, is here and here. And then what did the next 6 do? Next 6 pushed up. Next 6 pushed up. But look at the pullback. We had a pullback here. This one we didn't get a pullback. So do we need a pullback? Don't know. We'll see. Once we go down to a 4-hour time frame. So currently the 6 hours in a clean traffic range from here to here up. So yes. And now looking at that 6, John, that might make you think, actually, well, yeah, I could get the buys on because there's no bottom wick on this 6. So we technically could still be pushing through. So I get where you're coming from.
I mean, that's the thing. That's basically where I'd be looking at my take profit. It wouldn't be big.
Yeah, yeah.
I wouldn't be looking at stupid amounts. Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
so again, like you can't, put a stupidly high take profit.
Yeah.
Because of, like you say, those bearish. So.
But here's another span in the works for you, right? We are coming down. This coming up. That's the difference. Okay. So the only time we've came down and broke below this level and then came back into the range was here. So what does that tell us? What do we go off? Do we go off this section with the no bottom wick and drive through, or do we have to go off this section? And that's what I've been going off. And if we're going off this section, if the answer is yes, we're going to have to go off this section, it's the only time we've came down, broke below these levels and then came back in. So if we've got to go off this section, what does the 4 do? So the 4's closed bullish here, 4's closed bullish there. What do we get? Bottom wick. We get a bottom wick. And this was the levels what I marked up for a bottom wick, which was here. We'll just put that for now. So for me to take buys up, this is why I can't take buys up unless I get a pullback to that. That's why I want to pull back. Yes, price could carry on up, but if I'm investigating, we found 2 areas where the 4 doesn't need a pullback and can carry on pushing, or here where the 4 does give the pullback and carry on pushing. So what's the difference with these 2 areas? Well, we worked it out. The only out of these 2 areas, this is the only one what dropped, came from the upside, broke below here, and then came back in. We've dropped, broke below here, and come back in. This one, we were just bullish, we're just on the way up. So I can't really take this one into consideration. And that's where my chain of thoughts come from. That makes sense so far.
Yeah, it does, yeah.
But we're going to have a look lower time for to see if there's any buys. So, if I'm expecting a pullback, once I tap these levels, yes, I could just have a buy stop in, or I'll identify zones within the forward candle where if price starts breaking back into them zones, we'll then take the buys up from there. But until there, I'm not really interested off the 4 hour unless it's a swoop entry. So if we need a pullback to this, what's the 3 done? The 3 is similar, pullback. 2, okay, now the 2 is interesting, right? Not the 2, those are the 3. Yeah, so the 3 is interesting, right? If we look at this 3, so there, let's say we're on this one. This 3 comes up and taps this level and this level, but which way did it tap first? Did it come up first and tap and then pull back? There's still 2 hours left of the candle. Is it enough time? Well, we won't know unless we go down the lower time frame, so let's go down the lower time frames. So the 2 here, again, pushes high up, but did it push high up first and then drop and then push back up? Look on the lower time frame again. So 1's done. So, oh shit. So if we look at the 1, bullish, bullish, bullish. Let's go down the lower time frame. Same situation. Same situation. The 30's done the same. 15. Let's have a look at the 15. Here we go. So that 30, that 1, that 2, and that 3. The 15 tells us that we pull back first and then we drive. That's what it tells us on a lower time frame. So we've never We've never drove up on this level without tapping this first, but it's only happened once. So the probability is obviously, you know, it's like 50-50, technically 50-50. On this one, I'm not really taking this into consideration, but if you wanted to, then yeah, you should still keep pushing. However, what could you do though, if you wanted to take buys? What could you do to rule out this? Simple. Buy stop above, just have your stops below there with a potential second entry. Do you know what I mean? It just means you've got to have bigger lots in case you're wrong and the 4 needs to pull back. We're very bullish, so you could, let's say this one closes like, oh, that's not the one, sorry. Let's say you just had a buy stop on now with the 1. Say you had a buy stop on, you just put your stops below with a second entry on the win back, 4999. But you know, if you go into drawdown, you're getting in thinking, okay, we could come straight through. If we do, fantastic, there's my trade. But also, if you come into drawdown, you know why, so you feel okay with it. You know that you can pull back to this. You just take another entry, and the risk on this second one will be nothing, absolutely nothing. So you could take another entry on it. So that's a way you could do it. Or you could just get, you know what, buy stops above. If I break this low, I'm not interested, I'm just getting out. But yeah, I can't get in on that until you want to look on a lower time frame. So for example, if this 15 closes like this, and then say to yourself, right, if the next 15 comes down, breaks the low, then and only then will I then get a buy stop above. And then if this 15 does flip, it's highly likely you're probably that's going to be the move up. That's probably the only way I would get in if I was going to take the buys. Does that help, John, in any way, shape or form?
It does, yeah. It does, yeah.
Cool.
I mean, it certainly like makes sense, really. I mean, I was thinking that it might be better to do something like that rather than straight up putting a buy on. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, look at that 5 now. Look at the importance of us getting out, guys. See the importance of us getting out. 15, no bottom wick. Came down, took the bottom wick, and then shot off. I mean, if we
about the close as well, so I mean, I'd like to say I'll probably be looking at, you know, maybe after this one on the 15 or the 30, or maybe the 15 is doing what you say, like wait for a pullback on the 15.
Yeah.
See it comes down close and then slap a buy stop on top.
Yeah. What's it doing? 29.
I don't normally do the breakouts, but even then still, it's that daily that kind of puts me off.
Yeah, the daily. How far is it going to push up? And is it going to flip? Imagine if it flips.
Yeah.
Imagine if it flips. Like, this is what I was hoping. So when the 4 was pushing like this, John, if we look at the 4, when the 4 was pushing up, it had no bottom wick. So I was like, okay, well, there's only 1 hour left of the 4. So is there enough time for this 4 to, I think we were around here at that point. So I was hoping the 4 would come up, tap the wing back area, and then start to flip to the downside. But
yeah,
I wasn't sure whether we were going to close out, because sometimes you can do this, close out like that, break out, everyone's looking at the buys, and then on the next 4, break out. You think if that daily is going to flip to the downside, right, that's what you're going to get, because that's how you catch a lot of people out. You fake out to the upside to then flip to the downside. So this is why the wing back area, I was still happy with the wing back, even though the forward closed bullish, because I was expecting a bottom wick on the 4, but also if I could catch a fake out, God, we were in the money. We were in the money. Because you're not only faking out there, you're faking out all the way back down to here. And this would have been a perfect trade. Absolute perfect. But at the minute, it still could do that. You could technically have a sell stop underneath the 4 to come down to tap that zone. But why, when you could just identify some smaller time frame zones? Let's say the 15 closes back below here. The 15 done something like that. Probably look at another entry. Top weight. Sell that underneath. Take partial move to break even. But we take partial move to break even, definitely, because this could just be the pullback for the 4 to flip back up. But you're hoping, obviously, price is going to keep on pushing, so we get a fake out in the 4. But still, you've got to rule out that this could just be the pullback in order to keep pushing. So that's what I'm looking for really next, is 15 close back below. And if you're going to get the 15 fake out back in, it's probably going to happen with this next candle. Probably going to get that. So what I would probably wait for you if you're looking at buys is 15 pull back to here, and then buy stop above. But you could also miss the trade because the new 15 could open up and just push. So all these things, and oh shit, what have I done there?
I mean, to be fair, mate, it looks like it's already pushing. Like I had like my theoretical buy stop above the previous hour. I'll be in profit now.
Do you know where the trade was this morning? This look like 2 hour. 2 hour breaking above. That was probably the trade. You come back into the area at that point, you see. Or you would have had a buy stop above this one. That probably would have been the trade. Okay guys, we're up $109 this morning, what we've made. 25 past 10. And let's get that on the logbook, guys. The logbook. And what's it there? 29.
You got any news today?
We had the EU, and that's what pushed the EU. Oh, risk, we were...
I know, we had some medium news at 2 for US.
250 plus. We had $350 risk on it because we had the second entry. This was a back sells. What was this at? $9. Our stop loss was 75. 43 with those folding me. 2 entries. Manage risk. This is a fantastic session for you to learn, because we were wrong in our analysis and we still came out with profit. Technically, we were wrong in our analysis, we still came out with profit. Which is, and if you can be wrong and still come out with profit, you're doing something pretty good. Doing good. And I know what it's like taking a second entry when price is bumping. It's scary and you don't like to. However, if it's scary and you don't like to, why do you think that is? Because you're risking too much. You need to lower your risk. Yeah, we are looking for more trades, guys. We are up 43 pips on gold. $109. See if we can grab some more. Oh yeah, I had myself then. So ideally I'd want to see another 15 close and get a 15 close like this. I'm not convinced on the 4 that's what it is, John. I'm not convinced that this 4 is going to carry on driving. I think we need a bottom wick.
It's hard, isn't it? It's hard to be convinced of it when it's had such a big push.
Yeah. I mean, that's a hell of a push and candle that.
I know it is, mate. And like I say, I've been caught out on them before. Again, it's just one of those things, isn't it? You've got to lose so many trades and suck so much before you start to realise what's not good and what is. Do you know what I mean?
But if it's unclear, what should we do really? We did it yesterday.
Take it, really.
What?
Not take it, really.
Not take it. Just wait till it's more clear. It's like looking into water. What's a bit muddy. It's a bit murky at the minute. It's not clear. We need the trades where the water's crystal clear, ideally. Okay, it's all about trading, this is the sauce here, right? Trading is all about probabilities. Probabilities, that is it. How many times has price done this? Yeah. 10 times it's broke above here and then tap this area. Okay, out of them 10 times, how many times does it tap that area first? Oh, all 10. Okay, 100% of the time out of 10 times, it breaks above here and taps here. Okay, gun to your head. Do you buy because you know it's going to tap that area, or do you sell? You're going to buy, aren't you? Because 10 times out of 10 it's came up, and that's all it is, probabilities. Now if 6 times out of 10 comes up, then it's 60% probability. So then you start thinking, okay, what am I willing to risk on it to see if it's going to play out? And then you might lower your risk. Yeah. So it's just all probabilities really, and you get the answers from probabilities. And at the moment, it's just a bit murky. It's just a bit murky. I think we've got to wait for price to see what we want to see. And what I want to see is if the 15 gives me a conviction candle, like a nice 15-minute close back in like so, and then I get a top wick, that would probably tell me the 4, that's the 4 coming down for a bottom wick now, which I think it needs in order to push up. So we could take the sell again for a second entry, but it is counter trend. But I can't take buys up until I get the pullback. So it's weird. Trading's weird, man. But I'm over the moon that you're back in profit, John. I traded yesterday,
Mate,
was it?
so am I. So am I, mate. I saw it. It was that trade I was chatting
Let
about
me just
yesterday.
cut across you a minute for the people on YouTube, because a couple are watching. So John is a guy where did you take that? How much drawdown was that? It's a live account as well, isn't it? How much drawdown were you in?
How much was I down by? I
Yeah.
was down by
500.
No, sorry. I was.
How many percentage is it?
No, 600. I was down by 600.
What percentage is that?
That is. Well, I was down by about sort of like 0.8%.
0.8%. Bear in mind you normally get like 10% on prop firms, and he's brought it all the way back to break even and in profit. Right?
You on about like how much I was down like completely?
Yeah. What's the lowest you've been on that account?
I was down. The lowest I was down by like $2.5 grand. I was down by sort of like I was down by sort of
8%.
3.5%. Yeah,
all right,
3.5%. Well, about 4%, something like that.
Okay. And then he's brought it all the way back into profit. And why? I mean, tell me to shut up if you want. But why do you think you went that far down in drawdown? Was it just mistakes you made, or could you see what went wrong with the trades, or were the valid trades but they just didn't play out and that's just Forex? Or why? Or do you not know? Do you not remember?
Sorry, my headset died. Why do I think what? Sorry?
Yeah, so why did you go into drawdown with that? Were they just mistake? Do you know why you took them trades? Do you remember them?
I know why it was. It was because, again, it was the same thing. I was getting sucked into too many different types of strategies, trading too many different time zones, too many different types of strategies. And I mean, you could also even potentially argue trying to make the trading happen and force the trades by doing too much, over trading, really, I guess, really. And I realised what I was doing, and I just calmed it down a little bit, and I was like, look, really, I need to be, taking less trades and doing it at like one time a day and taking 1 or 2 trades, and not taking like 4 or 5 different time in different time zones. And that was it. It was just, they were just conflicting with each other, and their profit losses were conflicting with each other, and it was just messing me up.
Yeah.
Basically.
You just need to simplify it, take a step back.
Yeah, basically.
And to bring it all back, you've done fantastic. Can we get a fake up now on this 15?
I'm not going to tell you what my total down percentage wise.
Because sometimes you take valid trades, they're valid, but it just doesn't play out, and that's because it's just Forex.
4%. I was
4%
down
down.
4%.
Yeah.
Which is the lowest I was down by.
Nice, you're doing really well, mate. Really well.
Yeah.
But don't push it now, just
Yeah.
same thing every day.
Yeah, I mean that's what I'm trying to. I'm just trying to bear that in mind and try and make sure that I'm, trying to take the really clear trades, which is why I'm in an iron about this one. I'm thinking I might not take it just purely because of where the daily's closed. I mean, like you say, like it's closed bearish, like it could. I mean, I know it's got a bottom wick still, but it could still flip. Really,
Yeah.
You kind of need a daily close in the right direction before you can kind of go, okay, this is looking more solid now. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Absolutely right. So it's just like, how clear is the water for you? Is it that clear for you to trade? Or do you need more candles to print? That's all it is. That's all we're doing. So now you're doing really well, mate. You're doing really well.
I mean, you've kind of had that pullback now on the 15. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm in an iron about it. And like you say, normally if you've got something to and ah about, it's probably not a trade that's worth taking.
Yeah. Well, I'm hoping, I think you have now anyway, you know that this trade, if you don't take this trade, it's not the end of the world. There's always another trade. And I showed last week. So last week we only traded Thursday and Friday where we caught something. All the other days we didn't catch anything. And we made over $500, which 1% on them accounts. So it shows that you don't need to take a trade every day. You know what I mean?
I mean, you might possibly have a trade coming up on NAS. The 4 hours had a big pullback. Closed bullish, 4 hours getting ready to flip. Same as the 3, same as the 2. The ones have closed bearish, but this one coming at 1 could be about to close bullish. So
on NAS, I like NAS, mate. It's
yeah.
too. I mean, it's created some structure now. Look at it, man. It's disgusting. You've got a big gap there to come back to fill as well. So you have got reason to come down, but the only time frame you're going off, even the 2's not ready yet, but the 1 is now. Maybe if you get a 1 hour close bullish now, you've now got some structure to play with. So you've got that, and then you'll have that. That's only if this 1 up there. That's only if this 1 closes bullish, and then you can look.
I might look at a buy if it closes bullish and pulls back first.
Yeah, you could look at that maybe if you do close bullish. But the thing is though, this is not a support though. It's only a support when you close bullish, but it's only a minor support. So a minor support is when, well, this is a minor support at the moment, but if price comes back up, taps and rejects again, it's now a prominent support. That makes sense. So same as if this closes bullish, this line only here once this 1 hour closes bullish. If it does it at the minute, we haven't got any support at the moment because we haven't closed bullish yet. So price can still do anything. But once you get that, then you will have structure. You've got 2 minor supports. So what you could look at is then if price then breaks out to the downside, look at sells, or breaks out to the upside, you look at buys at that point. But
I'm interested in the 3 and the 4 flipping. That's what I'm interested in.
To the upside.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've got. I mean, it's come down no bottom way. Still got 2.5 hours left to the 4 and the 3, so it could flip, yeah. And if it's gonna flip, there's how many hours are left to the 3? So there's still 2 hours. There's 3 hours left to the 4. So that means if this closes bullish, the next hour bullish, that would then be the 4 next hour. Be 2 hours left to the 4 breakout. And then gone, that would then be the 4 flipping to the upside and driving, breaking the highs again. So yeah, you could potentially grab that. And the thing with this is, you know, once you get that bottom wick, your stops only need to be below here. So stops are pretty tight with it. If you're right, there should be a nice return. Because if the forward does flip, you're likely going to be breaking this high, I would imagine. Because the forward's not created any structure yet. Like I said, this is only a minor zone at the moment. So the forward could easily flip and drive straight through it. So yeah, you could look at something like that. Bottom wick, buy stop above. Off the new one. That would make sense with the 4 flipping to the upside. That might be something to look at actually. See how this closes. I'm on till 11, guys. I might have a look at this. If I get a nice bottom wick, and especially if this bottom wick, you only need this bottom wick to tap around the body. But if you go down the lower time frames, it might give you some zones. Areas of interest now, there isn't. So sometimes if there's no bottom wicks in certain areas, that could be area to pull back to. But you'd only need a pullback to around the body of the 1 hour. But if you do break the low, even better if it does flip. So if you get the 1, pulls back, taps, you then could have a buy stop above to come. Take partial move to break even would be breaking this high. And then hopefully you're looking at driving. Stops would only be tight as well, it'd be pretty tight, it'd only be the low. So you could look at that. Getting there, aren't we? Getting there.
And the thing is as well, I think what something else that I'm struggling with is like, it's difficult, but like when I am in profit, I kind of like struggle to kind of like contain my excitement of, oh, I'm in profit, like, you know, I could be heading towards a payout soon. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what you can't
it's
do.
Difficult to like, I know you've got to retain your logical, calm, numb sort of mindset to it, haven't you?
Yeah, just try not to look at your balance. That's what I would say. Just try not to look at your balance. Just say, right, I'm just going to trade until I get an email saying, right, okay, I can get a payout. Do you know what I mean? If you could take away your balance, there is a way you can change it to pips if you wanted to. But whether you want to do that.
I mean, I'm okay. Like, the thing is, it's not a subconscious thing. Like, I'm aware of it. I'm aware of the behaviour, so I can control it, but it's just difficult. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Where's XRP gonna go, John? Are we gonna break the highs? Weekly close. This is it now. We're coming up to the $4.9, the $10. Or we pushing all the way up, $100. Or are we pushing all the way up to $10,000? Let's mark this up.
I'm surprised you don't have Sol, to be honest.
To be honest, I've just invested in a couple of coins on Sol.
Nice.
Which I don't mind telling you what they are. You might have some.
Yeah, no, I've got Sol.
So I've just yesterday I invested in Masterbot. Don't know if you had a Masterbot.
Yeah.
They're meant to be helping. No. They're meant to be helping Nvidia with the new tech what's coming out, so that could really fly. It's quite cheap.
What, as in what? That's what the company's called, is it?
Masterbot, yeah. It's on the Solana network.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it's on it. So if you go into Phantom, have you got Phantom wallet?
Yeah.
Yeah, go into there, look for Masterbot. So that's going well. Also Valor, if you have a look at Valor and USCR and XVM, they're the ones I invested in yesterday.
Where do you go to look? In the you just search it, Masterbot.
Yeah, it'd be like a picture of a dog in red.
Oh yeah.
That's some tips for these guys. Tips.
what, and I'm guessing
Don't
you
take my.
just trade it out.
Do your
if you
own
sold
due
it.
diligence, mind. Yeah. Only invest what you can afford to lose.
Mm.
All that good stuff. One minute for this 15 to close. Closing bullish. Looks like it's going to be coming up still.
I mean, to be fair, it's gone from less than a penny to a penny.
That's it.
So, yeah. It's only, well, I mean, that's another thing, is that it's only just been released as well, which is something I don't know how I feel about that. But it's only been on the market for a month. The only issue with that is, like, because it's so young, you don't know if it's a rug.
Yeah. It's well, that Masterbot, they are looking to be working with Nvidia. Which I've
What, has that been confirmed with Nvidia?
Yeah. Have a look at it, Google it today.
Yeah, I'll have a look at that.
Have you got Army yet, John?
No, not yet. Too poor for me buying new games at the moment. I need to put my business right and ideally take a payout from my trading before I can look at another game. Let's have a look. Where's the bot? I see them saying they're attending an event, but I don't see anything about an actual partnership. I mean, you'd have thought Nvidia would have made an announcement.
Andre was on earlier. He came on, he was like, right, I'm going to have to go. There's been this spillage. He's got the kids, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Oh, good morning, Nate. Here he is. When it's going to drop, needs signal, sir. Boss man, needs signal. Needs signal to buy my shopping. Yeah, no, mate. We're open for a drop as well. Now, we've already had a trade on gold, mate. If you watch it back, we took $109 from gold. But I can't take any buys up unless I get a pullback. I'm looking at a pullback to 3.999 on gold, which I'm not sure it's going to happen now because the 15 closed bullish. So we will see. If I get a closure below here though, I might be interested in sellers down 15. But NAS, we are looking at the 1 hour basic trade. If we get a nice pullback on the new one, we might have a buy stop, but to move back up to go with the 4, the 3, the 6, everything basically to flip to the upside. And that's what we're looking at.
Yeah, I was going to just very quickly, I will tell you that there hasn't been anything officially announced from Nvidia themselves, which is what I'd be looking for. Yeah. It's only Masterbot that have said, oh yeah, we're working with Nvidia, we're part of Nvidia's developer program, but Nvidia haven't mentioned anything to do with Masterbot.
I'll find what I've seen, I'll send it to you. You can have a read there.
That would be the only thing that would, especially with how new it is, like, it's the only thing that I that's not for me personally. That wouldn't be enough for me to invest in it. I don't think. Yeah. If Nvidia said, and like if they officially announced it, I'd be like, okay, all right, this is interesting. I probably will get on board with this. But it's because they've not officially announced anything. then you just don't know really. It's just them. It's just Mastercard saying, yeah, we're part of it. Anyone can say that. Do you know what I mean? Especially crypto makers. They'll say anything to fucking make money.
Yeah. Pump and
You know what
dump.
I mean?
We love a good pump and dump.
We fucking don't love it.
What happened to that Hawk Tour girl who scammed everyone?
Eh?
What happened to that Hawk Tour girl who scammed everyone?
Oh, she ended up getting involved in a legal dispute and being taken to court over it, I think, if I remember rightly. And her defence is, it wasn't her directly that did it. It was people that she was kind of somewhat partnered to or some bullshit, and she blames them for it. But whether that's true or not, I don't know. But
well, I still think they need... If you're this is the issue with the whole social media shit. People promote absolute shit. And they literally lie for the money. It's all... TikTok's really bad for it. Yeah. TikTok's really bad for it. The amount of people selling stuff on TikTok and the stuff is shit. The stuff I've bought on TikTok, it's been terrible. I'm not saying it's all shit, man. There's loads of good stuff. I mean, I've got a Stanley flask, which is unreal. But the social media, we sell anything just to make money, and we lie to sell it. And these influencers, for me, if you're promoting something and it's a scam, it's for them to do their due diligence on it. And if they get found out it is a scam and they're new, then they need prosecuting.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing that I'll buy into is things like what you bought into, like XRP, for example. It's a solid coin. It's got stuff behind it. It's got reasons for it to do well. Same with Sol. Like, it's got loads of different things that are connected to it. I think quite recently they announced an infrastructure upgrade, which again is just brilliant for it as well. You know, it supports like Magic Eden. It supports NFT markets. You know, it supports all sorts of stuff. You know, so there's a lot of foundational stuff there which gives you sort of added security. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whereas it's something that's only been out a month and they've been making bold claims, but nothing official has been announced. It just makes me think, nah, I wouldn't touch it.
Was it around here you got in, Nate? Here, Nate was in on quarter past 6. Oh, why did he got stopped at break even? Then look at that.
What trooper?
Jesus, Nate. Would have been nice. Would have been nice. I think that NVM is a scam. What's NVM?
NVM?
I don't know what it is.
Yeah, I've not heard of it.
Oh, look at this 15. This is 15 going to close back in. That's everywhere at the moment. I don't know what NVM is, mate. It's what I'm saying. People just sell absolute shit, promote shit because the commission's good or whatever. So you don't. We live in a society what we don't know what we can trust. We can't trust anything online now.
But the thing is, though, it's exactly the same with trading, though. Like, you learn by making mistakes. You learn by getting robbed. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That is unfortunately the reality. If you're gonna get good at trading Forex and crypto and NFTs and things like that, the only way you're realistically gonna learn is by just diving into the shithole that it is and just rolling in it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And unfortunately, sometimes it requires getting scammed.
I posted Craig Dean advertising it.
I've been rugged loads of times,
Yeah.
but because I've been rugged loads of times, I know what a rug looks like. I know what to look out for. I know how to do the due diligence. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, Dino's smashing TikTok, mate. He's absolutely smashing it. Absolutely smashing it. But yeah, I know what you mean.
It's just the way that it is. Like, we both know that. We both know that, unfortunately, if you're going to learn how to do it, you've got to make all the mistakes as well, including getting scammed and getting rugged.
Oh, I've been scammed. I tell you what I've been scammed off the most is the AI bots, Forex bots.
Mm-hmm.
They're just, the thing with bots...
I personally would only buy something like that unless I personally know someone that's doing it and can testify for it.
Yeah.
I'd never believe anybody that some like stranger that goes, oh yeah, you know, this is what I do, you know, get in on it. Do you know what I mean? I would only take somebody's word that I trust
these bots were a nightmare. With Manifest, they were all shit. Jimmy A. Bennett, Josh Phelps, they're all fucking wrongins, man. Like,
I mean, to be fair, I did actually have a trading bot a while ago, a couple of years ago. I had, which, to be fair, actually wasn't that bad. But it was just more. It only was decent if you had a large amount of capital to invest. If you didn't, you'd just make pennies. Really.
Well, the thing with these bots is they all work at first, and over time, it's just how long do they work for? This is the thing. Is it enough for you to get your return back and some profit? That's it. That's what it is. That you keep your money in there long enough and let it build and build. Eventually, it'll just stop working. Because if you think about it, if somebody's selling a bot, right, and it worked, why would you even sell it? You just use it yourself. If you had a bot what 100% was profitable every month, you wouldn't tell anyone. I wouldn't.
No, not necessarily.
I wouldn't sell it.
I'd be inclined to disagree with that. And the reason why is because you're a living example of this. Like, you do really well with Forex, and you've just got a free YouTube channel. People can just come on and watch you trade and learn how to trade. Do you know what I mean? You do it because you wanna share it. You do it because you want to help people. There are people out there like that who genuinely do want to help people, but they're normally the ones that get fucking. Well, it's like your channel. Hardly anyone sort of really knows about it because you're one of those people that you're not like being all markety, and you're not like constantly marketing it and all that fucking fake bullshit.
I won't buy
normally
subscribers.
Fake bullshit. Yeah, and it's normally all that fake
stingy.
bullshit and all the lies and all the manipulation. It's all that shit that normally gets the exposure. The good people normally end up sort of, you know, it ends up being quite private. It ends up, their voices basically end up getting nulled out. Do you know what I mean? And that's the reality. So there are people out there that do have decent bots that will share them with other people, but they're normally fucking impossible to find. But they do exist, you know?
I don't know. I just think every bot eventually is going to die. You show me a bot what's 2 years old.
I could show you one.
Could you?
I can't remember if I still know it.
It was 2 years old. Send me some stats. But yeah, I'm just. I mean, the difference now though, which we didn't have a couple of years ago, is AI is helping the bots. So the bots are getting better and better and better. But at that point, it's like, I don't know. I think it massively helped me as a trader because I was using loads of bots. I had money everywhere, and then they all started dying. It made me think, do you know what? I'm fucking sick. I will swear, I'm fucking sick of relying on others. I had a switch what said, I am sick of relying on others. I'm just going to learn the skill myself. And that just gave me the oomph to go, do you know what? I'm sick of everyone. I'm just going to do it myself. Yeah, I'll have a look, Nate. Cheers. I'll have a look.
I used to get marketing from them. I had it for a while. Sort of ended up. I did have plans to go back and buy it again at some point. And like their customer service is really good as well. I don't know why. I don't get their emails anymore.
So I want a bottom wick here. 2 minutes per hour close. I want a bottom wick. If the bottom wick can come straight down without a top wick, 260.98, I'll have a buy stop above. I'll probably leave that with you guys.
Yeah, that's the plan, isn't it?
This 15 close below you, that's gonna make me stay on. Yeah. That's what I did this year. Took a bit of everyone's strat and made my own. Yeah. That's what it is, man. Everyone's so unique. Everyone's characters are so unique. So you just gotta find your own. The way I trade is like, I don't think anybody trades how I trade. Everyone trades with a set lot, or sorry, not a set risk. I don't do that. I go off the probability of the trade, which might help me tip the scales into being consistently profitable. But yeah, I'm a bit of a mix. I use all my experience, all my knowledge I put together on the charts. That's what I do. But that came from from market maker, OB strategy. I looked at like Holy Grail and things like that, and simple breakouts. Just put it all together. What I have learned though is like less is more. You don't need indicators and like currency strengths, and we used to promote all this, but you don't really need it all. Now I can see it. Less is probably more. The only indicator,
that's what it is.
the only indicator I use is the Meraki one, and it just helps me with spot structure, and I think it's fantastic if you're learning, because the hardest thing to learn is getting your zones right. So an indicator for that will help.
I sent it to you on Discord. This is the one I used to use, which I can personally testify for them because I have used them, and the bots on them are actually quite good. To be fair, and their customer services are really good as well. Like when I've had problems, or I wasn't sure on something, I'd reach out and I'd get an email within a few hours.
Crypto that one.
How to use it.
Crypto
that is a trading bot that has been around for years, and I can testify.
Yeah, but show me a Forex one that's been on for years. The thing with crypto bots, it's easier because yes, there's volatility still, but it's uses for certain crypto. So if you're really into the crypto space and you're looking at the projects and you're looking at what they're doing and they're looking at the news in regards to them projects, you know they're bullish. But the thing with Forex, because you've got institutions pumping loads of money in whenever they want, that makes it a lot more difficult. But yeah, crypto bot, yeah, I mean, I'd use a crypto bot, no problem.
That hourly closed bearish. But, it's fucking going now, mate. It looks like a fucking nest play, this one. It's not even pulling back, it's just going. Yeah, that's the only bot that I've used, and like I say, I can testify for it. And it's quite cheap as well, to be fair. I think it's like something like, I don't know, like £25–30 a month.
Yeah.
But you can make more than that easily with it. Like I used to, like I have made more than that. But it wouldn't be that much more. It would be like, I'd pay like £30 a month and I'd make like 50 quid a month or something like that. But it's only because obviously I didn't have a lot of capital in it. It's one of those bots that you kind of need a fair chunk of capital to put in it to actually make money with it.
Yeah.
To make a living off of it, really. But if you figure out how to use it, you know, it does make money.
Okay.
So yeah, I can testify for bits, Cat.
Okay, he's the one now on. Nice. So 30 close bearish. Can we get a bottom wick? So I need a pullback. Before even looking at a buy, I need a pullback to this. I'm not interested at all. If we break the high, then again I'm not interested. I'm done. I would imagine we flip and give us a bottom wick off the new hour.
Kind of what we want, really, isn't it?
Yeah, but the higher this pushes, the higher our entry is. So if this pushes to here and and then come down, give it a bottom wick. Wherever my top wick is, that's where I would have a buy stop above. You know what I mean? So we really don't want this to push too much to the upside before coming down. So I'll give it 15 minutes, guys, and then we might have another trade. If not, I'll probably call in 15 minutes. I'm just going to nip to the toilet, and then I'll be back in a second. Absolutely freezing hot.
Mate, now it's just bombing it upwards.
Wow.
It's cold actually. Yeah, you had a fucking, I think you got Nestle on gold. So yeah.
Yeah, on the 30. Was it 30? Yeah, on the one you've
Yeah,
got
on
an
the-
display, yeah. Yeah, there you are. Yeah, so I'm still not liking it. I need a bottom wick for buys for me.
Same.
Maybe that bottom wick. How have you been with it? Get a coming back buy on now? 3999. Because the longer it takes to come down, the more unlikely the fake out. There won't be enough time to drive. No shorts at work now. And imagine, I bet it's freezing for you. Absolute freezing. I've just bought some hoodies for Dynamax. I got them from, I've seen the Bad website. It's like waterproof hoodies. Just for winter. Yeah, this is just probably not for me this now, guys. Come on. Yeah, I mean, if this one had pushed down first, then tapped and then flipped, I probably would have took it. Yeah, this is not for me. I'm done, John. I'm done for the day, man. We're up. So 43
sort of
pips.
getting close to that point as well, to be fair. I mean, I might maybe come back in a little bit after the news, but that's if I've got time, like, you know.
Yeah. If not, we're back on tomorrow, 8 o'clock. Okay, guys, thanks for joining. If you're watching on YouTube, like and subscribe to the channel. We're up 43 pips today on gold. We took $109 out of the market. And then, yeah, I'll be back. If you're on TikTok, head over to YouTube, like and subscribe to YouTube. I'll be back on 8 o'clock in the morning, ready to go again. So thank you very much for joining, and I will love yous and leave yous. Have a fantastic day, everyone. See you later now. Bye bye.